Hey guys, hope you're all crispy and crunchy. It's CerealMaty here, and welcome back to DDLC, the good ending, but with a slightly different start than usual. Because if you remember, last time when I handed my poem to Monica, there was a strange line at the end of my poem which said 158. And I was like, okay, that gotta mean something, but I had no clue what. And today I tried to record another episode of DDLC, the good ending, and when I opened the games folder, a very strange thing appeared, which is the 158 text document up here. And when I opened it, it was just a bunch of this. It was just a bunch of random symbols and words, whatever, put together. And I was like, hey, maybe this is like a base 64 encoded stuff, just as in the original DDLC game. But when I tried decrypting it, it didn't really work, so I assume it's not base 64. But what I could figure out, one of the few things, were, sorry for the lag by the way, that there were a lot of words at the beginning of this text file that got to do with eyes, like, okay, texture maybe not, but face, eye, close-up, white background, optic, looking, eye care, health, contact lens, watching, design element, and so on and so on. And since we came across eyes during the playthrough quite often, I might have a feeling that this whole game will be about like the third eye, or at least something that got to do with an eye. Yeah, that's pretty interesting, and I will leave a link to this text file in the description if I am able to do it, which shouldn't be that hard, but okay. And if some of you know what to do with this kind of stuff, I would love to see what the result of decrypting this is. So, if some of you have the knowledge to do something with this bunch of nonsense here, then please mess around with it and tell me your results in the comments or message me privately or something. I would love to actually get something out of this text. I don't know if there is something to get out of, but if there was, I would be so excited. It would be so cool. But enough about that. I wanted to tell you that this existed, and I did now, and now let's just start the game. I'll see you there. Alright, I'm back in the game, and let's just continue from where we left before. I feel so lost, CerealMaty. What am I supposed to do? I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask for any of this. What kind of life have I been cursed to? Living the same events over and over, thousands upon thousands of times. I'm born, I join the literature club, so Yuri dies. My memory is erased. Monica drives Yuri insane, Yuri dies. It all falls apart, the cycle repeats, and my memory gets erased again. How many times? I'm born, I join, they die. Erase. Shut up. Shut up. Why do you have to do that? Was that the cycle of being born? Or the process of being born? Oh god. I don't know what to do, CerealMaty. What do I do? What? What is it? No, actually not. I'm gonna say yes. I had a dream. In this dream, I held a leaking bag of sand. I frantically tried to hold it in with my fingers, but no matter what I did, streams of grain fell to the earth and vanished down deep cracks. The bag grew lighter. I began to sob as my despair overwhelmed me. I dropped to my knees to claw at the concrete, hoping against hope to retrieve what had been lost. But all I do was grind down my hands, until they were nothing but bloody stumps. Why all this special poem stuff? They're always so creepy, I don't know. Ew. Don't do anything, stupid. Please. Of course you had to do it. What is this? Hi, CerealMaty. I couldn't stay asleep. Nightmares have been waking me up all night. I needed some fresh air and someone to talk to. And besides, I think I kind of owe it to you. You're a person too. You're as much a part of this as we are. Just because you're on the outside looking in doesn't mean you aren't important to us. You're important to me. I don't know how to explain this. You are my true companion, CerealMaty. It's how I'm designed. Everything I see, you see. My consciousness is intertwined with your own. You gave me my name. Yeah, I did. The name I've carried since I was a child. The name Sayori called me every day as we grew up together. I remember it all so clearly. So you do have a past. I mean, duh, you kind of have to. But apparently you know what happened before the DDLC events. I'm connected to you, CerealMaty. I know, that's kind of weird. Believe me, it's not the fate I would have chosen. It's pretty cruel when you think about it, right? How terrible it is. To know that you exist only to be a hollow vessel. But even so, I'm glad I have you, CerealMaty. I'm eternally grateful. Because no matter what happens, you will always be part of who I am. And that's meaningful to me. Sorry, I don't know what I'm talking about. I wish you would say something back. Hi. Hi. I'm sure you have a good reason to be quiet. Well, I'm loud all the time. I basically read what you say. And basically respond, but not to you, but to my audience, so to say. I'm sorry, man. However, I have to wonder something. It's been on my mind for a while now. CerealMaty, where did you find this game? The mod or the game? Which one are you talking about? You gotta be specific. This isn't some ordinary piece of programming. I've been looking through the game files. Something here is wrong. A great power rests awaiting resurrection. So, in a game that has imprisoned the souls of 4 girls, I have to ask, who are you, the player? Who should I be? I don't expect an answer. I am answering you, but you can't hear me. God damn it! Should I speak louder? Can you hear me then? But I'd give anything to know. Okay. Can we just skip to the next day and have... calming music. Nothing to be scared of. My goodness, playing through this is like torturing me. I mean, torturing in a good way. You can't actually torture someone in a good way, but on one hand, I love it. I love this secret stuff. I love this whole glitchy, weirded out things. But on the other hand, I don't want to go through it. I hate it. I don't know what happens. And my mind just, with the smallest of jump scare, it's gone. My mind just leaves. And that's it. I slam down a pencil and sheet of paper on my desk. Right, it's time to do some poetry. And do so. I don't know what to write. All of the energy and inspiration I had yesterday vanished. How do people do this all the time? I want to keep writing poems for everyone, but it's a lot to do. I lean back and stretch out all of my limbs, then get to work. The process is slow going. I erase and rewrite more times than I can count. Sayori is the easiest. For some reason, when I think of her, the words just flow across the page. Soon I have something for both Natsuki and Yuri too. They aren't perfect, but they will do. And Monica. I stop. My hand hovers mid-word. Do I really have to write something for Monica? It's true that she is most capable of understanding where I'm coming from. She is living the same life I am. But after all she's done, does she really deserve a poem from me? Perhaps I can skip hers, just this one time. I spent a few hours writing before I decide to stretch my legs. It's the beginning of the lunch period. Normally I would be getting ready to eat. I can still eat if I want, but I've found that I no longer feel hungry. Even though it feels like I have a physical body, everything about having a body feels optional now. It's a little off-putting. I'm going to try not to think about it. I turn the corner and almost bump into her. Gah! We both jump back in surprise. Hey! Watch out, Wait, Natsuki stops mid-sentence and gets unusually quiet. Sorry, didn't see you. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Something seems off about the way Natsuki's acting. I remember the argument from yesterday with a jolt. Look, about what happened. No, don't say it! I know I acted like a jerk. Can we just not talk about it? That's okay, we don't have to. But I'm not mad at you. And I just want you to know Sayori really likes you and... God, I know. She and I already talked about it, alright? Oh. I'm relieved to hear that. Yeah. Natsuki looks past me as if she is debating whether or not to leave. Sayori, she really cares about you. What do you mean? Natsuki tightly folds her arms to her chest. It's almost like she wants to stop talking, but she's forcing herself to anyway. I shouldn't have to tell you this, but Sayori wouldn't stand up for just anyone like that. That took a lot of guts for her. Don't take Sayori for granted. You're not going to make any more friends like her. I'm at a loss for words. I mean, sure. Natsuki suddenly laughs. You're such a guy, you know that? What does that mean? I really need to get to lunch now. I'll see you at the club, alright? I'm taken aback by Natsuki's change of demeanor. Right, I'll see you there. Natsuki shakes her head at me with a grin before walking past me. That was quite strange. What on earth did she and Sayori talk about? Maybe about me and her? And the events that happened. Like, not the bad events, but that Sayori and I went to the park and had a beautiful... it's not a date, but I'm gonna call it a date. The rest of the school day flies by and it's time for the club meeting already. I feel like I'm getting my bearings in the group. It's hard to adjust to the reality of my existence, but honestly, it hasn't been that bad. This life is challenging, but it's certainly doable. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Matty. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. Fortunately, it seems as if Sayori has forgotten all about our weird conversation yesterday. Nah, I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. It's funny, the things I notice now. Experiencing, there you go, everything a second time. My presence really seems to brighten Sayori up. I'm not used to seeing you this much either, but I'm enjoying it as much as you are. Oh, is that so? In that case, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? Hang on. I said something so warm and she still wants to extort me for money? That's a little irritating. But then I catch myself. In the scene of things, it's quite a small annoyance. And I hardly need the cash anyway. You know what? That sounds nice. Monik isn't here yet, so I think we can get away with a little field trip. Yay! A field trip with Matty! Yuri suddenly giggles. Huh? I forgot that she was listening in. She looks up from her book. I wasn't listening or anything. That's okay. We're standing right by you, so I won't consider that eavesdropping. Oh, well, I just thought the way you two interact is quite funny. That is, despite having different personalities, it's quite apparent you know each other extremely well. Like an old married couple. Like an old married couple, as the saying goes. As if we knew each other for ages. We actually do. So Yuri and I look at each other and then quickly glance away. My face feels warm for some reason. Oh, maybe you're blushing. Matty, you gotta look cute. You gotta look really cute. Oh no, I've said something embarrassing. I'm so terribly sorry. Yuri hides behind her book. Don't be silly, Yuri. Matty and I have been friends for a long time. Sayori is trying to play it off, but it's clear that she's also affected by the awkward situation. We should hurry and get the snack if we're going to make it back in time or to share poems.
Yeah, right.
So Yuri and I rush out the door. I feel bad leaving Yuri like this. I know how she makes things so much worse in her head. I'll make sure to calm her nerves when we share poems later today.
Ooh. So we can go to the vending machine by the east exit, yeah?
Yuri's nervous rambling is clearly to cover up the awkward moment we just had. In these circumstances, I'm happy to humor her. This music is so wholesome. And it even implements the original soundtrack of DDLC. Man. That sounds good to me. You lead the way. You wrote a poem last night, right?
Yeah, I did. I worked really hard on it. I just know you're going to love it how it came out.
Well, aren't you confident today?
What about you? You wrote something too, didn't you?
Of course I did. I put a lot of thought into it.
Phew.
Really? Are you still worried I'm going to slack off in front of all your friends?
What? No. I mean, you're not the most studious person I know. And I've never known you to be a writer.
Ouch, I guess that's fair. I was quite the slacker before joining the club. Even though I know that life wasn't real, I still feel some embarrassment for the image Sayori has of me. We reached the vending machine. Maybe go look under it for more sense. Oh, no. We only gotta do it with Natsuki. Get it? No. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. What were you planning on buying?
These Pop-Tarts look pretty good. But I don't really
have any money with me. Without thinking, I take out my wallet and slide 2 bills into the machine. 2 Pop-Tart packages fall out of their slot. I hand one to Sayori, and open the other for myself.
Huh? You bought it for me?
I suddenly realized what I just did. I forgot to let her tell me she doesn't have any money. I shrug. No big deal. It's the least I can do for my fellow club member. Sayori looks at the package in her hand and smiles to herself.
You haven't already forgotten your place, have you? That's Miss Vice President to you.
Right. I remember what Yuri said before when we left the club room. It's a strange thing. On one hand, it feels like I've known Sayori my whole life. She's my closest friend. At the same time, the two of us haven't existed for longer than a week. Yeah, that's what I always think to myself when something you said before was like, I remember it so clearly, our whole childhood and so on and so on. So on one hand, you kind of lived through that, but on the other hand, you didn't. Because you just exist for a week. And that's strange to think about, actually. How does that work? Such a painful realization. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. I want to tell her everything so badly. But what could I say? Yeah, really, you can't just confront her with yeah, by the way, Sayori, you're going to hang yourself next Saturday or Monday it was. I can't remember, but you gotta hang yourself. Right? Our whole lives, every word we've ever said to one another, was all a lie. Just a backstory to some stupid game. How could I do that to her? Besides, I saw what happened when she becomes club president. If I were to wake up one of the others, who knows what could happen? I could risk everything.
Matty, what's wrong? You're making a face. It was only a joke. You didn't take me seriously, did you?
No, I was thinking about something else. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to zone out. I forced a smile. I feel fine. I just got lost in thought for a moment. Sayori seems unconvinced, but we've already arrived at the club room, saving me from further explanation. So, Monica, hey!
There you two are. I was worried you ran off on us.
Sayori takes a big bite and eagerly waves her Pop-Tart to Monica. At Monica. Now, I picture Sayori munching on these Pop-Tarts, and my heart is warming up again after what happened at the beginning of this episode. It's good to know that Sayori still is the cute little bundle of sunshine.
I can see that. You went for snacks somehow.
That last words she says so quietly that I don't think Sayori even hears it.
Well, no worries. Only got here a couple of minutes ago myself. We still have a little time before we share poems.
I glance around. Yuri is cowering behind her book again. I was about to say covering, but that would make no sense. She must have noticed us come in. I decided it's better to talk to her about what happened sooner rather than later. Her eyes widen as I approach, as if she wishes she had a better place to hide than the cover of her novel. I try to make my voice as cheerful and friendly as possible. Hey, Yuri! That sounds creepy. Still enjoying your book, I see.
Mm-hmm.
I pull up a desk and sit down next to her. Listen, I could tell that you were embarrassed by what you said to Sayori and I. I just want to let you know that you don't have to worry about it. We're not mad at you or anything. Yuri seems taken aback. She must not have expected me to be so direct.
But what I said was truly unacceptable. I can't apologize enough.
Well, your apology is accepted. But you don't even need to apologize in the first place. Yuri's eyes bore holes into her desk. I sigh. Yuri, please don't beat yourself up about small stuff like this. I swear, Sayori has surely forgotten about it. I only care because I feel bad that you feel guilty about it.
You do?
Her brow furrows and her lips form into a pout.
Why do you care so much about how I feel?
What do you mean?
I've never met anyone who says these kinds of things, or who asks me such deep questions. I just can't understand. What did I do to deserve such careful attention?
I think everyone deserves to be listened to and understood. It hurts me to see someone be hard on themselves, or to feel alone. Yuri studies my face. I get a distinct feeling she's reading past my features and straight into my inner thoughts. I look away.
You are quite an unusual person. We are lucky to have you as a member of the club. Thank you for being a part of it.
I don't know what to say.
I appreciate you coming to speak to me.
Yuri frowns and thumbs her novel.
There's something I've been wondering. Please forgive me if I'm out of the line for asking this.
No, it's okay. What do you want to know?
You know, as I said, you and Sayori seem very close. Is it possible the two of you were embarrassed because there was some truth to what I said?
How do you mean?
Perhaps it is only because I do not fully understand your relationship with Sayori, but from the outside it may appear to some as if you and she might be a couple.
I nervously chuckle. No. Well, I mean, what exactly are you asking me?
I suppose what I'm trying to ask is, do you have feelings for Sayori?
Hey, look, Sayori and I are just friends, okay? There's nothing else going on right now. Why does this topic make me so defensive? Yuri breathes a sigh.
I'm sorry, I really didn't mean to offend. I can see that you're only friends. Please forget I even said anything.
That's alright. It's an innocent enough question. I think I will leave you to your reading now. She nods her head, already returning her attention to the book. I feel a little unbalanced after that close encounter. It's a topic I have to avoid at all costs. These girls are stuck inside a silly romance game, and I'm programmed to be their love interest. This puts me in a very uncomfortable position. I have to remain impartial if I'm going to accomplish my mission. It's not my right to choose anyone. Yet the way my heart flutters with even the suggestion of Sayori and I is more than a little concerning. I shake my head to clear my mind of these thoughts. There is no sense getting distracted. I look around the room as I try to collect myself. Natsuki is still hiding in the closet. Monika and Sayori chat in the corner. Yuri is deep in her book and probably wants some alone time. Wait. A creeping sensation crawls up my body. Something is wrong. I hate that they say this. Monika and Sayori are chatting? My blood runs cold. Thanks, now mine does as well. I want to leap forward to take Sayori away and never let Monica near her ever again. That's what I should do, isn't it? What horrible things did Monica say to her before I woke up? What could she be saying right now? Monica murdered her. She murdered my friend. But is it right for me to judge Monica, to judge this Monica for what I witnessed in a past game? Monica doesn't seem like the kind of person who would hurt innocent people. Fuck you. I can see a future where she and I may free us all. It's so bright and so close. It's so bright. Maybe I... Not you again. Fuck. Feed your third eye. No! No! What is happening? Okay, that's enough for one episode. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And thank you for watching this episode, because I'm gonna leave it here. If you like this episode, tell me somehow as always, and I'll see you all in the next video. I want to get out of here.